Hello everybody, Jayborino here, welcome back. Continuing Race with Destiny, a custom campaign for StarCraft 2. Heading into Mission 3. A new threat. It's new! Last mission we rescued some of our buds. I think they are at least. They called themselves the Zealot tribe, and our main guy Tolaris had no idea who they were. So it's unclear to me if they've been marooned on this planet for some time, or if they came with us and we just didn't realize they were tagging along. We'll see. Daelaam is a powerful hero who has a special set of abilities. Tolaris, praise to the gods. It is good to see that you're alright. Besides that, I've already started. Executor, we have rescued our brothers from the grip of the Zerg. Their leader Daelaam has promised to tell us about his tribe. Greetings, Executor Taldarion. Accept my sincere thanks for your timely intervention. Well, Admiral, we don't have much time. But since I promised to tell you the story of our tribe, so be it. Our tribe didn't always bear that name. Once we were part of something more, a people who didn't accept the light of the Kala, but also didn't succumb to the influence of the Void. They are more known to you as the Forged. Our society prospered, like our culture, but everything changed when Amon had come. Our Lord succumbed to his false promises, but not everyone was ready to serve the Dark One. It was the end of the Forged epoch and the beginning of the era of enmity. The rebels began to call themselves Laziats, which translates in our ancient language to unbroken. It was a dark time for all of us. Suffice it to say that we have become outcasts, but we have sworn that the Taldarion would never receive the Void Distorter, an ancient artifact of the Forge, which gives its owner unlimited psionic potential and strength. The artifact was divided into two parts, one of which stored on this planet before the Taldarion took it, ruthlessly destroying other stuff. We tried to prevent it, but we were late. Extraction of the fragment entailed the ejection of a huge psionic impulse, huge, which the Zerg sensed. Executor, we must not allow the Taldarion to get the second fragment. There's a lot of exposition. The text was just too fast. We are receiving an incoming transmission. It seems that it belongs to the Terrans. Protoss, I hope you didn't come to finish what the Zerg have started. My name is Elidus Limberton, and I am the head of the colonists in this sector. We need your help. Executor, Admiral, these brave Terrans helped us fight off the advancing flock of the Zerg brood, while my brothers sent out a distress signal. When the Zerg brood became impossible to restrain, I told the colonists to retreat to the warp conduit. This conduit leads directly to the Talad, the homeworld of my brothers. It is reliably sealed, but I can activate it with the help of the warp core. Executor, the Zerg have become too much. In the next few hours, the planet will be completely infected. This warp conduit is our only way off the planet. My people managed to get to this place, but our losses are too great. We will not last long. Then we go immediately. Tolaris, take my fleet and hold the upper orbit. Daelaam, you and your brothers will activate the warp conduit, and I will help Elidus to hold as long as needed. Prepare, warriors. The Zerg attack again. Oof, okay. The storytelling is taking a turn. I like it, and I don't like it. I think part is the translation, the speed of the text was too fast. There was a lot of information dumped on us all at once in this briefing. I think some of it could have been added to the end of the last mission as opposed to all at the beginning of this mission. Introducing the Terrans, I think, could have happened separately to the big info dump about this super weapon that we don't want the Taldarion to have. But that's what happened here. The Laziath were here. They were actually shot down by the Taldarion trying to take this weapon. Bring Daelaam to the energy core. Okay. Here we go. Barlow. Near the ancient warp conduit. Oh, yes. My troops are in position. They will warp into Nexus Point and aid the Terrans in holding the warp conduit. Tolaris and I will soon be occupied. The swarm's flyers... Again, it's too fast. We can check the message log after we get started here. Let us begin. Oh, we get instigators and cool-looking zealots. That's not it. We want to go to... Yeah, message log. Tolaris will soon be occupied. The swarm's flyers are converging on our fleet, and we will need to fend them off. It falls to you to defend the conduit, Daelaam. Poor Taldarion, he's always been occupied in orbit. What can you do? There's not a timer, I think, so we can actually take our time. Robotic range combat of the Laziats can use blink several times in a row. He's got blink. I've gathered all the survivors who I could find. I hope we can get out of here alive. Graviton Prison, he's got 2 charges of it, too, and Shadow Fury. Do not lose faith, Elidus. Your people don't need to have any doubts now. Oh, cool. I hope he gets started here. These guys need some help. Nice. See, they're like setting stuff up. So there probably is a soft timer here. Hidden timer. Bump that speed up. Artifact hunters. Get out of here, artifact hunters. Ah, replicants. The ancient guardians of our sanctuary. Their help will be very welcome. But, turns into a copy of the targeted unit for 60 seconds. If it dies or the duration expires, it will revert to its original form. That's cool. Gets an additional 2 to the attack range if the target is a ranged unit. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, we have to make sure we use them. But that's cool. Can we use these on friends? No, only enemies. That's really interesting. I like how they kind of came out of the walls. Wait, the Terrans are heavily entrenched at the sanctuary entrance. They have even deployed a siege tank. Deploy our replicants. Turn their weapons against them. That's a well done, That's so cool! Oh, I enjoy that a lot. Blink on top of him, give him a graviton. For some reason, his Q. And then it times out. That's really interesting. Like, it's not a direct mind control by any means, but it's solid, you know? And we can blink multiple times with the instigators. Huh. Okay, and then we've also got energizers. So it's like purifiers, sort of. Okay, and then once again. Wait, so they can both turn into it. It's not like mind control. It's fine if they're both doing it, right? And Delinar's pretty tanky. We can run him in here to get rid of this other tank. Right, so we blink him in there and give him some Shadow Fury. And he's got Vorazun's Shadow Fury, the one that does like a shit ton of damage. This is a very interesting concept. It's like it's mind control, but not. Okay, well, at least they're killing each other. I probably should have taken... At the very least, you know, we could take their Goliaths, and they get the extra range bonus, too. That's so interesting. This is a very novel concept for a custom unit. You know, it's not just like, here's an ability where they do more damage. You know, it's like, it's a very odd but interesting and engaging concept for a unit. I like it a lot. And see, we can, you know, now we've got some extra Goliaths for the time being. Do they have I didn't see if they have a normal attack. It seems the Taldarion here have taken the first piece of the Void Distorter and killed all the guards. These Terrans now defile our sanctuary, hoping to salvage some of the technology that remains. Brothers, I sent Zerg. They're being drawn to the sonic echoes left by the fragments. Attack those rock formations directly. We must collapse them and block the cave entrances before the Zerg overwhelm us. It's necessary to fill up the entrances to the cave with stones as quickly as possible until the Zerg become too much to deal with. Okay, well, hang on. Let's get some tanks first. The music's kind of janky right now, but that's okay. Maybe we can just use Delanar to do this. Look how fast he attacks. Oh my god. We can't quite hide. We could sort of hide. I mean, he's pretty strong, so we could just outright kill this stuff, right? Okay, he's good. He has some health regen too, so I'm not too concerned. Again, the Terran are doing their best. There's only one more cave, so we should be fine here. Oh, his Graviton Prison looks really cool too. Looks different. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do the same thing here, where we're gonna take control of the tanks. The range on it, too, is really high. It's, like, super solid. And the other thing, too, is this might be a little strong. A little, like, actually way too strong, now that I think about it, is, if they get destroyed in this form, you get to keep the replicator, or the replicant. That does seem extremely strong. So, like, in theory, if I do this... See, then you keep the unit. That seems really, really strong. And they have their own little attack, too, so that's flippin' great. Okay.
Glory through perseverance.
Take him out, Delanar. Okay. You know what's gonna happen after we finish this first section? We're probably gonna take over his base, but I don't know. Because I thought you were supposed to be helping them, buddy, but I can't, you know, I can't control him, and he is not helping the poor Elidis. Okay, we have a ramp here that we are forced to walk up. Oh, nice. Okay, thanks. I'll take it. Can we take the Ultralisks too? Yeah, we can. Holy shit, get in there. Yeah, lead with the Ultralisks. This is seriously, I'm like, there's a lot of cool things that can be done here. Even though, I mean, I think that if they die in the form that they take, they should just be dead, right? But regardless, it's like really cool. There's so many opportunities in this specific section to use them. Again, like here's a Thor. What I'm just gonna do is Graviton and run in there. Oh, he's got a cool air attack too. Do you see that? These instigators have a three blink charges, which is, you know, huge. Is there anything back here? Let's check. Oh baby. I'm glad I looked. Could there have been something further back that I missed with a bunch of extra guys? Should I? You know what? I gotta check this. Elidis, he's not looking too good. Maybe if you repaired your stuff, buddy, you'd be in better shape. But it looks like he rebuilds units. That's all. That's the most we can ask for. This seems like an oversight, but it's possible that we're gonna be able to take control of this later. The rocks are invulnerable. I should have known. We're almost there. It looks like we have to go up and then around to the energy core. Then we may be able to take control of Taldarion's forces. I thought this was Tolaris. And Taldarion was the one who was in orbit, protecting us from the Zerg fleets. I don't know. Something's happening.
What's happening?
Oh, God. Noxious Ultralisks. Well, you know what time it is.
Move! We got Zerg on our asses!
The foolish Terrans, they're leading this creature directly to the energy core. Hurry, brothers, we're almost there. It's not looking, maybe we could blink over there and get some extra units, but I guess not. Okay, well, we want to avoid that. We got to be ready to replicate as soon as possible. Blink away. Why does he have 18 charges of blink? Something seems wrong. Oh, that's because it's combined with all the other stuff. That's because it's combined with all the others. Wait, can we replicate this real quick? Yes, we can. Okay, good. I'm glad I got that in time. Got him. Yeah, this is with all the instigator blinks as well. Okay, we made it. Get on there before our buddies get wiped out. Don't do this to me. Oh, maybe we have to destroy the other units too. I'm just gonna assume we have to kill everything. Okay, now try it. Okay, good. My warriors and I have activated the energy core, but its psionic energy emissions seem to be unstable. It will take more time to stabilize the warp passage between this world and Talad. But there is good news. The energy created by the core seems to be stabilizing and enhancing our psionic network on the planet. We will no longer need additional pylons to support more warriors. Very well. We will keep up our defense against the Zerg flyers. Continue to defend the warp conduit until the transit passage is stabilized. Well, I can... Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It'd have been at least nice to have this group kind of working, you know, like doing something along the way. Oh, these aren't orbital assimilators anymore. Okay, well let's let's make sure that we protect these guys. You know what I can do is just keep replicating tanks. For the time being. We just have to hold out, right? So I can just move up here with a bunch of cannons and then... I wish he would, I wish he would repair his stuff. High Templar, right? And it reset my game speed. We get High Templar. With just like one at each entrance, we should be in a super solid shape. Dude, you just gotta... he goes out to rebuild them. All you gotta do is repair them. Okay, so I see him coming in from the right, which means we want to replicate tanks over on this side. Never mind. I think we need to wait until they actually get closer. Okay, so this is going to be Group 2, and that'll be Group 3 later. So we actually have to watch for when they attack a specific side. I can also set these energizers up. I can make normal sentries. Okay, so like now we take the tanks. And let's make sure we store them. We cover them to rebuild their other stuff. Looks like they attack both sides at both... they attack both sides at the same time. I think eventually we just want to get a... just get a probe up here to build some cannons. That should do it. And then we got the energizers so we can warp in units from up here. Okay, cool. So, ground armor. Actually, you know what? Let's get shields. Okay, and we don't need pylons, right? Well, I mean, oh, I see. I see. These little assholes sneaking around. Oh, well, I wanted to cancel it, but I didn't do it. Look at these jerks. And there's even a little graphic as it, like, scans the enemy units. That's so cool. Okay, well, as long as we buff the tanks, I think we'll be good. Okay, and then we're going to need to set up some defense down here. Not much. Right, not too much. They seem pretty self-sufficient, especially if we leave Daelaam on one side. He should be fine. I really can't stress how these, again, and as they scan units too, you get the little thing that pops up and goes beep boop borp as it scans it. I love it. Dude, rebuild your bunker. I'm not blocking your bunker. I know I'm not. How dare you? This is an insult if you don't rebuild that. Okay. And then we gotta rebuild over here. Not too many. We're picking up broodlords entering the perimeter. We don't have anything to outrange them. They'll crush our defenses. That's a lot, too. We're dispatching some of our scouts from the battle lines to reinforce you and destroy those broodlords. Continue to hold the conduit. Go, go, go. Scouts are fairly unique, too. Like, how often do you get to use scouts? Never in the vanilla campaigns, so that's nice. Alright, let's just go ahead and give ourselves some extra tanks. Did I lose some of these somehow? What happened? They just didn't get all. They didn't all get selected. Okay, armor, and then I need more gateways. I promise I'll get this set up eventually. Okay, these fellas are gonna get overrun here soon if we're not careful. Let's just make sure that we keep these replicants kind of in position constantly. Oh yeah, these attacks are getting a lot larger as well, so let's try to get this set up as soon as possible.
You have not enough minerals.
Just repair your stuff, dog. That's all you gotta do. And then we gotta keep an eye out on these incoming broodlords as well. Replicate, replicate. I lost some of the scouts earlier. That's a problem. Please open. Okay. Now let's grab these pylons here. Cannons here. We'll get more of them as well. 7 minutes? God, they're more broodlords.
Our power shall serve.
Okay, I'm pleased with these cannons up here. Yeah. Oh no, I can make shield batteries. That'll make this a lot better. Okay, let's get down here to cover this area because we're just barely getting set back up. I really want that Templar archive. Don't lose the scout. Okay. Can I make more? I can make more. Okay, that's fine. We're never going to get that defense fully set up. Never. These shield batteries are going to do it for us. Oh, they're spreading creep like up the ramp. Get the fuck out of here, dog. I think we can... can't we range them from here with the instigators? Zarmat brood. Zarmat. I can't take control of my own stuff. And then I can waste more money setting this up, even though it's going to get destroyed again. Gotta do what you gotta do, dog. All right, come on over here. Let's just replicate some tanks before that gets destroyed.
Give your order.
Okay, biggest thing over here is, well, you know what? I'd rather get this defense set up. The conduit approaches full stability, warriors. Hold the Zerg advance at all costs. I play this very poorly, but, I mean, if we could somehow do it, then great. Scouts, not that pricey. We need more of them. Broodlords are going to be what ends us here, for sure. They're flying in range of our missile turrets, of our friendly missile turrets. That's all we really need here, and then we're fine. Okay, scouts. Chrono boost over here. We can't get +1 or 2. It's actually acceptable. Okay, we lost our replicants. Let's just go ahead and build some defense up here now. This side seems pretty self-sufficient. What I need, yeah, are these scouts. It's just the broodlords that have destroyed most of my stuff. Because I flew my scouts in haphazardly much earlier, and that's pretty much the one thing that's really fucking me. Delanor and then a High Templar should be enough, and then we can just keep replicating tanks over on the right, and we should be fine. What I really, again, I just need scouts. And we should be fine. Hopefully. Okay, and then this area down here, we can set up some extra cannons. 3 minutes. Let's quick save, because anything could go wrong at any moment. So here, 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 and here. Let's make sure we don't lose Delanor. Okay, throw down a storm. Yep, that's fine. We can also replicate the tanks if we need. The right side is in more trouble, but... Okay, now that we got this sort of settled, like this side specifically sort of settled down, with the cannon set up with the shield batteries, it's no problem, dog. We're good. I want another scout though, just because these broodlords are what are causing us the issues. So like you guys sit here on hold position. Okay, the attacks are getting larger. They are increasing. Fine, come on down here. It's never enough. It's never enough down here. I'm in at 25. I doubt they'll even attack us down here again. I took the last mission for granted where the attacks were constantly the same, but they're not. Are they attacking the warp conduit? No. Is this invulnerable? Can they even attack this if they wanted to? Dude, I'll storm broodlords. I ain't scared. Let's go. Okay, get up here. Replicate a Broodlord here. That's what we need. That should do it. 35 seconds. Look, this was extremely sloppy on my part, but can I just say that I'm really pleased that I feel like Mission 1, easy. Mission 2, easy to normal. This mission, actually hard, considering if you don't know what to expect, stuff can be pretty tough. I'm very pleased. Like, it actually ramped up. You know what would have been awesome? Our Annihilators. Just leave them in here, they do great against the Ultralisk, and then you Shadow Cannon the flippin' Broodlords. It's happened. The Warp Conduit is fully charged, and the way to Talad is open. Enter the Warp Field. Make haste. This is our only chance. Oh, look, our fleet's coming down from orbit. What of you? My warriors and I will ensure that the Zerg do not pursue us to Talad. We will stop them from reaching the Warp Conduit. Our allies have made safe passage through the conduit. Warriors, aid me. We must cut off the Zerg's access to the Warp Conduit. The Taldarion are going to Talad to acquire the second fragment. They will surely carve a path of destruction through the planet. I can only hope that we will arrive on Talad before they do. Brothers, be ready to pass through the channel on my command. Now. Oh, and apparently it's a warp conduit, but can also do that. This is an interesting campaign. Like, I understand the idea of it, right? There's the super weapon, the Taldarion want it, but, like, we're in ships that can travel interstellar distances, right? Just, like, speed of light or whatever. Why do we need to go through a warp conduit to escape the planet? I'm not sure. You know, narratively, you could set that up a bit more for a reason why, you know, the Zerg have such a blockader on the planet that we can't even come down and pick you up and flee because there are so many Zerg in orbit. You know, something like that. Another thing that it would be small but would add a nice effect is at the beginning is have Tolaris/Taldarion's forces their little base that's just idle. Have them, like, just doing something. You know, like, you could have the probes harvesting but not actually taking down from the mineral clusters so it doesn't screw up the later part of the map, you know, and removing more minerals than the player wouldn't have them. But just, like, make it look like they're doing something. Have zealots and stalkers, just a couple, go up and support the front lines of Elidis's guys, just to show, like, they're actually doing something. I think that would be a nice little touch, because you already have the Terran rebuilding and doing stuff. You know, add some pre-placed Protoss bullies up at the front line until the player can take control of them. I think would be pretty cool. The Zerg attacking your base at the end there was, you know, I didn't suspect it, and it caught me pretty much every time it happened. And I threw my scouts away like an idiot, so I made that way harder than I needed to. I really love those replicant units, too. Those are cool. You do a lot of cool stuff with them, even though I think they're really overpowered, considering if the replicated unit gets destroyed, you still get to keep the replicant. That might be the only thing that is too strong. Plus, you know, taking control of siege tanks plus 3 range. It's a campaign unit. It's meant to be super strong. So I will give it that credit. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you next time for the Dark Citadel.